Welcome back, everybody. We are on part 2. It's time for the hot tags of the week, some of the news, rumors, stories, and anything else that we want to run down from the past couple of days in the world of professional wrestling. You can hear Drew in the background sizzling like a little steak or something. I don't know what's happening there, but...
It's a little too hot, but I didn't want to, cut in on you, but I did anyways. Sorry.
It's either that or a snake.
Ow.
So, let's talk about some stuff going on here. WWE 2K16 was released. We kind of have been talking about this off the air a little bit more than on the air, but what are your opinions about this? Is anybody going to pick it up? Anybody really just sort of on the fence? I know I'm not getting it, but I wasn't planning on getting any of these, so that's no surprise. I think, Wago, you said that you were going to get it, right?
I own it.
You did get it?
Yeah.
Have you played it yet?
Yeah. It's nothing amazing. They've improved. It's pretty much the same game with slight improvements. And I suckered myself and talked myself into buying it, even though I didn't want it. I'm entertained right now, but I think in a couple months, I'm not going to care about it anymore.
Is that going to be like a really easy trade-in for whatever you can get kind of thing?
Yeah, I'll probably just trade it in for the same copy of the game next year.
Then you'll be like, well, the graphics are a little bit better in 2K17.
What I'll give them credit for is the overall gameplay is significantly better. They've added little things which have really padded it out and fleshed it out. And then you just watch certain graphical glitches and shit like that, and you're like, this is the same lazy shit from them again.
Renee Young look any better?
Oh no, she looks just as derpy. And then she awkwardly looks to the camera after these... Oh my god, yeah, so the voice acting for your character in my career, fucking terrible.
Always has been.
Yeah, but it's even worse now.
They have actual, for the create a character thing, you can add a voice for that?
I couldn't find any options to pick what voice. I think you have to have this one guy's voice, and it's obviously a white dude, so if you've got some big burly ass black dude, he's gonna sound like a fucking dork.
Why not have multiple options if you're gonna have
that
some
might
kind
be,
of an
and they
option,
just have him hidden really weirdly.
But
yeah, also the creative, the select a character screen's awkward as fuck now. Now you have to go in a big ass list instead of just going to the fucking square you want. So they've done a lot of annoying stuff, but they've improved a few things on the gameplay.
Anybody else thinking about picking it up?
Nah.
I'm going to wait for a price drop.
Yeah, maybe if I see it
that
on a
ain't
good
me.
sale. I'm not going to rush to get it. If I was, I would have done the pre-order so I could have gotten the Terminator. And that didn't get me to do it. Kind of tired of the same old shit. Wago saying he's going to be tired of it in months. Freaking WWE 2K15 honestly lasted maybe 4 days for me. And I was kind of tuned out.
I was the same. Once you complete the bloody game modes, what's the fucking point?
Mm-hmm.
I just can't get into these kind of games. I just think in general, the idea of the wrestling game doesn't appeal to me.
Wrestling games used to be awesome.
Yeah, but they were a little bit
I
more
wanna play
standard
No
fighting
Mercy
games,
again.
You know what was awesome? Here comes the pain. You'd go backstage, just fights in random areas. I could have swore, in Shut Your Mouth, you could climb onto a helicopter
Oh yeah, you could.
outside and do a moonsault off it.
Yeah, and you would go up a hotel and you can go into the hotel room and be fighting on the bed and shit. It was bonkers.
I get that it's probably harder to produce that now, but fuck it, just go balls to the wall with it. You don't buy a video game to get a direct simulation of what you watch. You buy a video game to have fun.
Well, to be fair, it was a simulation of the show that was on at the time. And back then, you went backstage and all this crazy shit all the time. Now, if you just go over the barricade, it's ooh, edgy.
I'm just gonna say, there's no reason ever for taking a mode out. Always add, always improve. And every time that this fucking company advertises, hey, we got new modes, it's the ones we took out earlier. Fucking cunts.
I'm just imagining right now the difference between, he's on a helicopter and now he did moonsault. Meh, but he could have done, a shooting star press, and then now it's they're on the outside of the ring. Oh, shit! Let's see what else we have here. The Usos are going to be returning to action, and there's no indication of exactly when, but it might be around Survivor Series. Anybody interested in seeing them get into the tag title feud, or would you guys rather see them be in some kind of an elimination match?
What's wrong with them being on commentary?
Is Jimmy still doing that?
I don't know. I don't watch SmackDown.
No, I know he's not doing SmackDown because that's King, Booker, and Rich Brennan. But he might be like main event or something.
I think he's doing Superstars, right?
Or Superstars. I always forget that exists.
What would freshen those guys up if they turned heel to feud against the Dudleys? But thinking about it, the Dudleys would be a good heels to go up against them too.
I'm still thinking Dudley's and Wyatt family feud at some point, and I mean, I'm starting to kind of think maybe they'll be the two people that'll team up with The Undertaker and Kane, actually.
The Dudleys?
Yeah.
Well, I was
There's
just
no
starting
real
to question
precedent.
who took out the Uso at WrestleMania? Who was it that did that?
Yeah, he got injured
Eric
a little bit
Rowan,
after
I think.
WrestleMania, didn't he?
No, but the storyline was that it happened at WrestleMania.
I think Eric Rowan was the one who fucked up his
It
shoulder.
was
at
Rowan.
WrestleMania.
It was the Wyatts. So actually, there's a built-in storyline for them to come back and be the two guys who team up with Kane and Undertaker.
Oh, that would seem so disjointed, though.
Yeah, but
Like, I mean, the Dudley boys even don't seem like they're quite on that level. Certainly
But
not the
it
Neville
could be
level.
like when the Brothers of Destruction teamed with the Hardys, and as those two big guys looking like, I look at these little punks, try to keep up, kid.
They were like,
Who
we
was
remember
fighting
your
the series
dad.
tag
I threw
match
him off a
normally,
fucking
like-
cage.
5 man though.
Actually,
What the hell did you guys say?
I said, isn't the Survivor Series tag match normally like 5 men though? No,
4 or 5.
sometimes it's been 4. I'm pretty sure one year it was 6.
It used
Been
to be
about everything at
4
this
all the
point.
time.
They've gone back and forth.
Ah.
It's whatever's convenient to what they want to do.
I guess
And,
like the first 4 or 5 years or something like that, it was 4 on 4.
Actually, I don't even think Luke Harper and Eric Rowan were in that match wherein that Uso ended up getting hurt. I don't even think I think it was like a New Day that did it or something. Probably Big E.
Yeah, that match had the New Day, Los Matadores, Cesaro, and Kid, and then Usos.
no,
They
the
didn't have-
Ascension. No, there was no,
No.
Ascension.
Most
No, that
people
was- It was in the
Yes.
Battle Royal.
I think it's more likely that we're going to get New Day versus Usos than Usos versus Wyatts. But I mean, we could also just get like the Usos against the Ascension or something. Like,
Or they could just fuck off, because I'm kind of over them.
Ooh, the Ascension?
No, the Usos. I'm not really interested in them coming back. They kind of did their thing already.
I'd be
Now I feel
fine-
like them coming back is going to be like when the primetime players came back.
Oh,
much better than the
dude,
Prime
what
Time.
about-
that bad?
What about if they turned heel? That'd be that'd freshen them up a lot.
They were hinting at that before he had gotten hurt.
Well, Naomi's still a heel. And there are, of course, rumors and little spatterings here and there and stuff like that that maybe Sasha Banks will split off of Team Bad. So if that happens, the way that Sasha Banks has been getting cheered by the audience, I would think that she'd be the one that would turn babyface. And if they need to have some kind of extra boost for Naomi and Tamina, I mean, Tamina was working with the Usos before, and Naomi, of course, she has their connection to the Usos by default. So maybe we're gonna get that.
That'd be an interesting little stable.
2 women, 2 men.
Mm-hmm. Be something different.
Yeah. Either way, it should be pretty soon. Maybe not Survivor Series. Maybe they'll wait until TLC, or maybe they'll wait until January or something like that. Really rest Jay up or something. I don't know, but could be having a new team back into the mix.
Just watch. He's gonna come back, and his ass is gonna be the same size as his dad's.
Well, even at that point, then it would be the big guy and the regular guy.
Oh,
Change
so
the
he
dynamic.
gets to make the hot tech.
Yeah. Even though Jimmy's the better one. We actually might also get another tag team in WWE, the Young Bucks.
Ugh.
They said something on Twitter that they've signed with one of the major promotions, and they threw out a bunch of different things here. Either NXT, Lucha Underground, Ring of Honor, etc.
They've just re-signed with New Japan, probably.
Yeah, don't fucking feed their egos. That's such a troll tweet.
Yeah, they're fucking with everyone. They're not going to WWE.
They're not going
Well,
anywhere.
More people have been saying that they're probably going to Ring of Honor. And then there's a little bit of evidence thrown out there, of course, evidence, however, you can buy into that crap, that it might be, totally threw me off here. It might be Lucha Underground more than anything else. I would assume WWE is not the one that they're going to go to. But if they do go anywhere, they would go to NXT. Now, I know we got conflicting opinions about the Young Bucks here, but out of all these options, if it is Lucha Underground, if it is NXT, if it is Ring of Honor, What would you guys like to see them in?
Okay, let me just say this about the Young Bucks. As far as a tag team goes, they are very fucking talented, and they're easily one of the best tag teams out there. They're just fucking dickheads.
Don't they have like a good relation with Booker or something? Or a really bad
No,
one?
it's a bad one.
Okay, I knew it was something.
Yeah, that happened when they were Generation Me and TNA. They rubbed Booker the wrong way and ended up getting kicked out.
Oh, the whole handshake thing, right?
Uh-huh. Jim Cornette hates him too, but that's not saying much.
I mean, the creator of the Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
But would anybody actually want to see them in NXT?
Oh, I definitely watch the hell out of them. Like, I don't have to like them in real life to enjoy their in-ring work.
You're already complaining about there being too many super kicks. You want to bring those guys into the company?
Well, I think they'll have to do something different. They're not going to let them utilize the super kick like that.
Super internationals.
What are they going to do besides that? They have nothing else besides that.
They can't use the
The
leaping
stupid fucking pose they do.
They're not going to let them do the leaping tombstone, so that's off the table too. Fuck. Alright, so Young Bucks aren't coming to WWE.
Now, Peyton, what would you like to see if they go to Lucha Underground? Because you've been following that. Do you want to see them be the Young Bucks, or should they be different characters?
No, they could be El Youngo Bucko.
Yeah, that's how it translates.
I don't think they would really fit in there unless they mask them. That actually might be interesting. Mask them and make them do like something completely different. I could probably get into that. But if they just came in like playing the same characters as Young Bucks, even if they gave them a different name, they would not fit there at all. They're a high school indie crew. That's where they belong. You know, New Japan is like an amazing opportunity for them to have gotten there. They're Ring of Honor at best. And if they, between those two, if they stick to those, that's fine because I don't really pay too much attention to either of those.
Can they just fucking bring up the Motor City Machine Guns already?
They're probably signed for GFW.
They're both in
What?
GFW?
I'm pretty sure they are part of GFW.
Because Alex Shelley has a different tag team in New Japan. But yeah, as far as the Young Bucks go, fuck them.
Who's he tagging with in New Japan?
I don't know, some Japanese guy.
Let's see what else we have here. Eugene might be coming back as a trainer in some capacity. He did work in that role and a little bit here and there, but he keeps getting fired and then brought back and fired and brought back. Seems like it's going to be coming back around again, and he might be working in NXT. You guys excited?
I think he's a dick, having met him and dealt with him personally, so no.
Why is he a dick?
He's a fucking dick.
No, I mean, like, any good, like, stories about it, or?
Not any real good stories, he's just a dick to the people around him.
Isn't that the story like where you almost hit him with a car?
Who?
Isn't that your story with Eugene? Like you almost hit him with a car?
No.
Oh.
Did you almost hit with a car, then? Is it Sean?
I almost got set on fire in a car. I've never almost hit anyone with a car.
So Eugene almost set Wago on fire in a car?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, there's the hot tag.
All right, next story. Eugene almost set Wago on fire in a car, specifically. It's going to go up on, like, dirt sheets tomorrow. Former indie wrestler Stephen Wago set on fire by Eugene. Doesn't get a job in WWE anymore.
Look, I'm just going to say, as far as like his indie, from what I've dealt with him on the independents in the UK, he's just a miserable cunt to be around, so that's all I've got to say. I imagine it's pretty similar to how Jericho was after you said dabble.
Drew, Sean, any opinions about this?
Woo! I never liked Eugene. So
Did it remind you too much of yourself?
no.
What is he really going to teach people? Like he never really had like even a 3-star match. His fucking gimmick was stupid.
No, it's how to stay in your gimmick at all times.
Yeah, he was terrible at that. Are you kidding?
Yeah, maybe.
As soon as he got behind the curtain, he completely broke kayfabe.
How not to stay in
I
your
tell you
character
what.
at all times.
He does carry himself with a big ego, because I remember one trainee asking him at the seminar, so, when you was given the opportunity to be on the main event with Triple H, was you nervous? His answer was, no, I was just that confident because I know I'm that good.
Can you imagine if he had that gimmick in like one of the old school territorial days where like you had to act that gimmick all the time?
Oh, he'd be fucked.
Goes over great with the ladies.
He had to wear that like slimy jacket all the time.
What I will give him credit for is when he came into the room at first, he was working everyone pretending that's how he was in real life.
That's good. Last thing that I have written down here, unless we wanted to talk about blading and stuff, which I'm kind of sick and tired of that kind of stuff. Are you guys?
I thought you already saw Blade at Comic-Con.
Oh, it's so many blades. Pretty sure this is the Too Many Blades convention.
That was the rave.
Oh god, yeah, I'm so glad we didn't do that.
I prefer the Punisher to Blade.
Last thing I have, though, is Christian has been officially moved to the alumni section of WWE.com. They changed his bio a little bit, too, and said that he's done with active competition. We've all sort of expected this to happen. I mean, he hasn't been wrestling in, what, a year or two? Something like that?
I think we could probably guess that from Austin's podcast. Edge, you retired and you did this and this, and Christian, yeah. You said bye.
No, he said Jay. And he was like, oh, wait, you didn't want me to say Jay, did you? Well, yeah, you said it now. Like,
he got so pissy over that. It took like 30 seconds to bring him back around.
Don't look at me now.
And Austin like legitimately felt bad too.
You could tell.
It's
He's
like,
kind of like,
I'm a
oh,
dick.
shit. No, I'm sorry, Jay. I mean, Will.
You know what,
I mean, Christian.
I bet Christian was fucking like doing that too, just to troll him.
Probably. Either way, I mean, this kind of puts the final nail in the coffin when it comes to his career. He's done. So, Dane's going to be a little bit upset about that at the very least. But are you guys at least a bit surprised?
I'm happy about this because by the looks of it, just his physical appearance was degrading quicker than his hairline. So, he probably didn't have too many good years left in him. He was getting plenty of concussions. It was time for him to hang him up.
WWE production team is going to save a huge bundle on Blue Dots.
Blue Dots, yeah. I think at the very least it's good that he had his run. He did the world title stuff. He had a great feud with Randy Orton. And I don't remember what he did last. I think it was like something with the IC title or something, right?
Del Rio.
Yeah, I think it was Del Rio.
His last match was Del Rio. It's a fun fact. Both Edge and Christian's last matches were at Del Rio.
See? Fire that guy because he fucks people up. 2 weeks from now, we're going to find out like Neville is done. His last match was fucking Del Rio.
Do you remember how fucking Edge went? Well, at least I got to retire on my terms. I got to retire in the main event of WrestleMania, which you didn't, but just to think, you retired against Alberto Del Rio. You really that happy?
You mean one of the biggest names out of Mexico? Yeah, that's nothing to be ashamed about.
Blah.
This ain't Mexico.
Oh yeah, wrestling sucks here.
Yep.
Yeah, because it's got Del Rio in it.
Yeah, they got Miss Disease.
Miss Disease.
Miss Disease.
No, we have Ms. Disease.
Oh, that's my favorite pronunciation of that name.
Alrighty, guys, tell us what you think in the comments below. If you have any cures for Ms. Disease.
This is why you can't miss one episode of Smack Talk or Post World Show.
A couple different topics that we ran over here. If you have any opinions about that, leave them in the comments below. And we've got the rest hold coming up next. And after that, we're going to talk scariest gimmicks. So stay tuned. Part 3, Part 4, Part 5, Part whatever. That's all coming up next. Smack Talk. We'll be right back.